Hey everyone, I'm back. It's week 6 and just a very quick update with 10 things that I've learned in the last 6 weeks about running. So number 1 is listen to your body. Even if it's in your schedule that you're due to go out for a long run and your legs just aren't feeling it, take the day off. Alternatively, if you haven't got a run scheduled and you're feeling like you've got lots of energy, then go out and put in a couple more miles. It's far better to miss a training session than force yourself to go out, get injured and put yourself back by a couple of weeks at best. Number 2 is that running is all about breathing, so make sure that you find a speed that you can run at where you're breathing comfortably and you can do the same pace throughout. If you're gasping for air, you're going too hard, so tone the speed back a bit, start to slow down and then get to a level where you can comfortably continue. Otherwise, you're going to be at a point where you're not getting enough oxygen into your body, you start to build up lactic acid and then you get a stitch which slows you down. Number 3 is water, and something that I know I need to improve on. Now at the moment I carry a bottle of water with me throughout the run and I start drinking every couple of minutes whilst I'm doing that. What I'm trying to do is make sure that I start drinking every couple of kilometres and just doing it in one go, because when it comes to doing an event, that's going to be the pattern that I'll be rehydrating at. Number 4 is blisters, and as any runner knows, it's part and parcel of this kind of exercise. However, there are things that you can do to minimise the amount of blisters that you get. And by far the best decision that I've made in the last 6 weeks was to change to footwear that actually fits my feet, which sounds stupid, but go to a running shop, try on lots of different trainers, particularly if they've got a treadmill. It means you can try it out the way you're going to be wearing them whilst you're putting in miles. I've had these for 2 weeks, and that combined with wearing some proper running socks has meant that I hardly get any blisters when I run now. Now, speaking of uncomfortable truths when it comes to running, number 5 is nipple guards. Now, it might sound funny, but there's absolutely nothing funny about the day after you've done a long run and your chest really hurts every time that you move your arms. I've tried this brand, which is NipGuard, and I went on Amazon today and ordered a different brand which is slightly lower in cost. I'm going to see how those work out and I'll let you know. Number 6 is weather. Now, hot weather can slow you down running, and when you don't take that into account when you're comparing your times between this week and last week, it can start to demotivate you. Now, I haven't run in the rain yet, but it is the British summer, so I'm sure I'm going to get plenty of opportunity over the next couple of weeks. Number 7 is elevation. Now, that's when you're running uphill at an incline. Now, when I start to go uphill, my speed starts to drop off. I can feel it in my leg muscles. And there's definitely a psychological factor to when you're going uphill, because you know that you're putting in more effort than you were when you were running flat. The nice side is literally the downside. When you start going downhill, then you start to recover some of your speed. Breathing becomes a lot easier as well. And I'm guessing that over time, that's going to be something that my body gets a bit more used to. Number 8 is picking a path that goes round in a loop, and for me this is really important because it means that when I'm tracking stuff on my Strava app, it means that each time I go round that loop I can see how much my speed is going down, but also relating to the last point, it means that when you're running an incline and then a decline, overall as you go around that loop everything balances itself out. Now, when you're picking your running routes, number 9 is the key factor that you need to look at. How many times do you need to cross roads? How busy are the roads? What kind of traffic is there? Now, on my loop, I only have to cross roads 2 or 3 times as I go round. But the main challenge for me is just as I've got to the top of the hill, I have a really busy traffic junction. And at that point, sometimes I feel like, because I feel really tired, I might as well stop, wait for the traffic to clear before I go across. When I did the same run a couple of nights ago where there was much less traffic, it was easier just to go straight over. It was safe, I didn't feel the need to stop, and it was quite motivational to just keep me going. Which brings me on to the final point, which is motivation. This is both for whilst you're out there running and also making sure that you do the training week in and week out. Lots of different things motivate different people. For me, I love listening to music while I run. I also find it really good to look at my performance, and when I see that my times are improving or my distance is improving, that keeps me fired up and getting ready for next week. And inevitably, when you look in the mirror and you start to see your body change to the way that you want it to look, then that's a great motivator too. So that's what I've learned about running over the last 6 weeks, and I'm sure there's plenty more to learn in the weeks and months ahead, and of course I'll share those with you as and when I learn them. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you next week.